The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Dig Talk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
We President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 oyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Dig Talk etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugendo maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop and smart TVs as we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Dig Talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Dig Talk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Dig Talk. Dig Talk, the way to go.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Well, 4 minutes past 7 a.m. A very, very good morning and a warm welcome to the Mighty Drive Show. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. It is the 9th day of June 2021. As we're speaking right now, live from Seguku, we are going to be hosting a young entrepreneur. She is a female at that. Her name is Musiimenta Anitah. She is the CEO of Nita Jewelry. She's going to be joining me soon, and Lilian, Luwedde, the princess, as we dissect more on young entrepreneurship and the evolution of entrepreneurship of females in a patriarchal society like Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good morning, and I'm happy to be here. Happy to see you again. It has been a while. Yesterday you had Omumbejja, and today we are back and better. This is the Mighty Drive Show. It airs every Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We are always here trying to break down, having a conversation with you, having a conversation with Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, kansubire mu asuze bulungi, kansubire mu yagala, kansubire lockdown. Twatandise day 2 of the lockdown, the partial lockdown that was instated by the president himself, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Yavayo ku lunaku olwali lwa balaza n'ayogera eri eggwanga n'abagamba ebintu byali bingi. Yajjawo yateekawo omuggalo gwe bayise partial lockdown okumala ennaku 42. We yagambira abaana bave mu masomero abantu abasinga baba affectinze nnyo era wetwogereranga president Yoweri Kaguta Museveni yayogedde ebintu byadde bingi ebisinga ndoza mwabitegedde amasomero yagaganye abawagizi mbisawo yabaganye ebintu bingi nga yetangira kino ekirwadde kinamuta ekya COVID-19 yawadde ababoda boda ne taxi n'abantu abalala ennaku 7 kubanga bacomplyinga na biki byana abasazeewo banaba balemeddwa ajja kuba abateera ddala mu kyeyayise total lockdown agona manji gembaletedde olunaku olwaleero ennaku z'omwezi ziri 9 omwezi guli gwa 6 omwaka 2020 kanyingireko mu mawulire agabadde gatambula mu ggwanga Uganda akawungeezi kweggulo twalabye president Yoweri Kaguta Museveni we yabadde releasinze wali ku social media platform ye ku Twitter ye releasinze a new cabinet that he has appointed by virtue of him being the president of the Republic of Uganda. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni appointed the ministers that he's going to be working with in the next 5 years of his tenure. Remember, the president is accepted to change or dismiss any cabinet minister as he wishes, as long as he finds it deemed for him to make such a decision. So, ladies and gentlemen, can bayise mu cabinet chebaito okubayisaamu olukwakwayo twangwe tubayise mu mangu. I'll be profiling these over the next days. We're going to be having the Mighty Drive. Njakuba nkuletera but different cabinet ministers ne hierarchy yabwe ne chebaita CV yabwe ngenda kuwa in the next bulletins, in the next shows that are yet to come. But today allow me go through the appointed ministers and ministers of state for the new government. We're talking about Uganda has formed a new government. This government is going to be running from 2021 this particular year to 2026. Kantandikene president yenyini Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, vice president Muchala Jessica Alupo yaliko Minister of Education. Sija kuwa background yabwe today, but I will be giving you their backgrounds and their hierarchy in the future days to come. I'll be profiling all the cabinet ministers that have been appointed by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. As we speak, the Vice President of Uganda is Honorable Jessica Alupo. We have the first Prime Minister, or the Prime Minister himself, Mr. Miss, by the way, this time round, it's not a Mr. Honorable Robin Anabanja. Then the first Deputy Prime Minister is none other than Honorable Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga. No politics wanyumira. This is what people didn't know as they were voting for the Speaker of Parliament, that NRM does not just throw away its people like that. Second Deputy Prime Minister, about the first Deputy Prime Minister, General Moses Ali. Then third Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Lukia Nakadama. Minister of Sports and Education, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni. Then the Minister of the Office of the President, Miss Mariam Doka Babalanda. The Minister of Office of the President is, in terms of security, is Honorable Jim Muhwezi. Then the Minister for Kampala is Hajat Miss Kabanda. And then Minister of General Duties, retired Honorable Kasule Lumumba. Then the Minister for Disaster Relief and Preparedness, Mr. Hilary Onek Chinachibadeko Katibisanja Gena Mchakusatu. Then the Minister for Karamoja Affairs is Honorable Maria Goreti Kitutu. Then the Minister of Agriculture, Animal and Industry and Fisheries is Honorable Frank Tumwebaze Oli Mwami Atena Nyomu Itamtabani Wakajiji Tamale Mirundi. Then the Attorney General, Mr. Chiriowachi Wanuka, the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Bambi Omwami Vincent Bamulanga Chisempija Komio Juke Bali Bakalulu and Naeva Mukomezao in this particular government as a minister. The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabiro Naiba Kamukubakalulu, Naya Komio, Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, none other than Honorable Matia Kaseja. The economy will be going Komio this time around. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, JJ Odong, the Minister for Gender, Labor and Social Development, Miss Honorable Betty Amongi. Minister of Health asigaddewo omukyala Dr. Jane Ruth Achenge jukeno MP Walira City, the woman MP. Then the Minister for Information and Communications, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, that means Wandulabyewo Nchuka. The Minister of Internal Affairs, General Honorable Kahinda Otafire, the Minister of Internal Affairs. Then Minister of Justice, Tebanamo appointing the Minister for Lands and Housing, Honorable Judith Nabakova. Chino chibadde kifo kya Betty Kamya. Wetwogeranga Betty Kamya, she is a presidential advisor. What a fall in the hierarchy. Then the Minister of Public Service, Honorable Muruli Mukasa, Minister of Tourism, Honorable Tom Bitime, Minister of Trade, Francis Mwebesa, that means Amelia Chamba, the neighbor Musude this time round, Minister of Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala. The Minister of State Manji Mulimu Peter Ogwango Noyowa, Economic Monitoring, then Minister of State for the President Honorable Akelo Rose, Minister of State for the Vice President is Honorable Mutasingwa Diana Natukunda, Banjinyo, Minister of State for Northern Uganda, Grace Freedom, Minister of State for Office of the Prime Minister, Honorable Agnes Nandutu Bambi. She is a journalist. Yesterday she was a journalist doing Point Blank at NTV. Today she is a state minister for the northern part of Uganda. That is how miracles can be done. In the last 5 minutes, Kampizem Mangu, Minister of State Alice Kaboyo, Minister of State for the Prime Minister Namuyangu Kacha Jennifer. Abantu abasinga abaze mu cabinet eno tuwadde tetubamanyi kampisemu kati abali really vital. Minister for State for Defense Jacob Oboth ono yali ayagala bwa Deputy Speaker of Parliament ne Buganda. Then niyo mulala wano ndaba Dr. Muyingo John Chrysostom akomyewo as the Minister of State for Education and Sports. In particular, he is the Minister of State for Higher Education. Then Obuwa Dennis akomyewo as the Minister for State for Education. Then wetwogereranga the Minister of State for Primary Health Care, Margaret Mohanga Mutoro from Fort Portal. She is back. This particular lady, she has been a charismatic one in terms of the rest for Lord Speaker. Shiba Minister Manji na wenjagala Minister of State for Internal Affairs Babuwade General David Muhoozi. He is the CDF of the Republic of Uganda. Ya dumira majega Uganda bamuwade oba Minister kwegamba. Alinaye aliyongerwako. Honorable David Bahati bamujeyo mu Minister of Finance. He is the State Minister for Trade and Corporations. Then Bantu Manji Aisha Kabanda Aisha Sechindi. By the way, bakoze wano surprise appointments ziri nyingi nyo bebondoza abasinze mukozi the special envoy to the office of the president babuwadde kati yali minister of the prime minister Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda mba presidential advisor General Eli Tumwine jali Honorable Sarah Kanyike jali then Ephraim Kamuntu jali Betty Kamya jali Amelia Chambade jali mu NRM Richard Todong bamwado wa Secretary General Rose Namaya ja bamwado wa Deputy Secretary General then Honorable Oundo Nekasa ye National Treasurer or the National Resistance Movement. There's appointments ezakoleddwa akawungezike gulo by the President himself Yoweri Kaguta Museveni just 18 minutes past the top of the hour. Muzikirize nsoke mbaweko just abantu asatu mbabiri bali remanded at by the court martial over Okola petrol bombs. Zamala petrol bombs ezade zikuwe motoka ezenjawule mabega kawo bakuta abantu 32 era baba remanded by the court martial. Then Charles Peter Mayiga yayongedde okugamba bakyala beyongere okutekinga part in the Mwanyi campaign. Then the Uganda Law Society jukana bagamba last week ntino bagala pre-entry bazikomyewo bana basajja bannamateeka banyumira oluusi be baleeta ebintu ate ne babyejjirawo ate ne bagala babireete jukati bagala nnyo bantu bangi bajje mu their profession. That's why they bring in things like that. So pre-entry bagala bazikomyewo jukira bana bagudde ebibuzo badde bangi nnyo kumpi 80% of the students failed their examinations at the at the Uganda Law Society. So debates are saying should we reinstate the pre-entry exams because students are not doing very well. Then abaana b'amasomero abadde bakyakwatiddwa mu bus stations wetwogeranga police waddeyo bus zaayo zibatwala in the different parts of the country gye bava. bagenda in the western part bagenda kulinya buses free of charge as long as you have a national an ID for a student ID, then you also have a school uniform, you'll be entitled to this part transportation. We talk here twalabye bantu banji nga bali stuck in the different bus parks and taxi parks nga baga transport ye batwala. Juka President Museveni yabawe ennaku 5 kubanga bonna ba victims bagenze, because from the 10th of, I think from the 11th of this particular month tugenda kulaba motoka nga zicrossing from different districts. This is because of the COVID-19 that has been ravaging the country. Ladies and gentlemen, at just 14 minutes past the top of the hour, allow me go for a short commercial break. But when I come back, I'm going to be having Miss Musiimenta, Nita. She is the CEO of Nita's Jewelry Uganda. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. Let's go for a short commercial break. We shall be right back with the Mighty Drive.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Dig Talk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 oyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Dig Talk etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugenda mu maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop, and smart TVs. As we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Dig Talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Dig Talk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Dig Talk. Dig Talk, the way to go.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
ziri 19 zizakayita ku ssaawa emu y'amakya g'olunaku luno olwaleero. The Mighty Drive ye program gy'oli mu kulaba era nga mmanya nze Omumbejja Luwedde Lilian ndi ne munnange Edgar Mathew Karuhanga n'omugenyi waffe olunaku luno olwaleero omukyala Anitah Musiimenta. Naye mugenda tusonyiwamu tugenda kwesaamu ku lulimi ate olunyaanyimbe oba abangi lwemanyi nga oluzungu. Yes, tugenda kwesaamu ku English and then a little bit of Luganda because omugenyi gwe tulina mu studios olwaleero ayogera nnyo oluzungu n'okusinga ate olulimi oluganda. So kambanirize mwenna abatulabira mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo enyongera okubajjukiza nti bw'obanga tosobodde kulaba show yaffe olwa internet oba olw'obuzibu bwonna osobola ogenda ku YouTube channel yaffe bagiyita The Alternative Uganda no subscribing ate era n'olaba show yonna nga bwe yatandise ate era nawa gyekomekereza na biki bye twogeddeko era n'omanya bulungi nnyo mulamu aki gwe tugenda okuba nga ate tudiscussingako. Leero twogera ku evolution of young entrepreneurship. Mukyala bw'abanga mukozi ng'ate byakola byamaanyi then kiba kitegeeza nti naffe abamulaba tuba tweyongera okumwegomba, tuba tweyongera okuba nga ate tuliga bingi nnyo okuva gyali. So tumwena mu studios mukyala Anitah agenda kuba tubulya story ye yatandika atya nawa watuuse na biki kusomoza wakikwasaza. So gwe wonna alina ekibuuzo genda ku Facebook page yaffe The Alternative Uganda teekayo ekibuuzo kyo ate tugenda kuba nga ate tukisoma mu ssaawa yaffe ey'okubiri. Wajja kubeerawo n'omukisa gw'okuba esimu in the next in our second hour okuba esimu obutereevu mu studios n'obuuza ekibuuzo ate n'obeera nga mukwano gwange audio wamu bulungi nnyo nnyini ddala. So katugenda butereevu omugenyi ate abuuze kuba tulaba then n'oluvannyuma tugende mu maaso. You most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Say hello to our viewers.
Abatulaba mwenna tusanyuse nnyo kubanga mulaba The Alternative Digital. Thank you most especially for watching the Mighty Drive. My name is Anitah Musiimenta, the CEO or the founder of Nita's Jewelry, and I'm glad to be here this morning.
When you started with Luganda, I was like, katitu chichumaze katugende dala
I know myself.
Okay, Musiimenta, we're happy to have you today, and we would love you to just tell us your story, because we believe as the Mighty Drive that your story can inspire many young people out there. So how does a young gentle lady like you become a CEO of a jewelry company? Can you just pass us through your life story, starting from scratch and to where you are today?
From the schools that you went to.
Oh, well, I went for my primary in Rukunjiri, a school called Salvation Primary School. Okay. From there, I went to Bushenyi. It's where I finished my P7 from. A school called Parental Care Nursery and Primary School. And for my O and A level, I was at Caltech Academy, Makerere, Chikoni.
I know Caltech.
Yeah, so that's where I finished my A and O level.
Okay, now you have to tell us speed. We want to know like your journey from scratch, because now what we somehow it might be like, you know, a roller coaster ride. No, we want you to tell us, growing up, what are some of the experiences you went through? Some of your good moments, your sad moments, your ups and downs, because those are the particular things that inspire people out there.
Growing up, I'm born to a man called Kwesiga Fred, and very strong woman called Kalunji Adrin. Kalunji Adrin is a primary teacher, and she has been a teacher ever since I started understanding anyway. My father has been a business man. Yeah, I've grown up knowing him for business.
How many were you growing up?
We are 4 at home. Okay. I am the firstborn.
Oh.
Yeah, so growing up, my dad has been a businessman all through. As I started to understand what the world meant and everything, he used to sell shoes, second-hand shoes. Yeah, these people who get the so-called ndivota, and they sell shoes in the market. That's what he used to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so growing up, it hasn't been a very nice background, if I'm to say, but what our parents have done is give us the best. My father always tells me I didn't get a chance of finishing A level. I stopped at O level, not because I wanted, but my parents could not afford my education. And I wouldn't wish the same for my
daughter.
kids, yeah. So in all that we've done, whether money is there or not, he always said it is up to what you want. If you say you want A level, I'll look for the money. If you say you want to get to university, I'll make sure that so happens. And that's what he has done. I just graduated with industrial and organizational psychology of recent.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And it's all because of my parents' efforts. I finished my O level and the situation was really terrible. I mean financially.
But
yeah.
So you cross over from Rukunji. How do you cross over from Rukunji to say you come to Caltech to Kampala? Why did you study from there? Was it your father who decided, let's go to Kampala and that's where you can start your education for?
Well,
how was that journey when you're in Kampala?
Rukunji is my home. It's where I'm born. It's where my dad is born. From there, remember I crossed to Bushenyi. Bushenyi is where my mother is born. So there were aunties where I used to stay as I went to school. Yeah. To Kampala, it is where now my dad started up a shop. From the shoes to now a shop. Yeah, so he had a shop in Kampala, that is in Kasubi, to be specific, and that's where we used to stay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you left Rukunji with your father and you guys came here and
Our
started.
dad was already this side. Yeah, by the
okay.
time I came for my secondary.
Your dad was already in Kampala?
Yeah, my dad was already in Kampala.
Yeah.
He had started up a shop. So at that shop, it was like a double room. Yeah, it's where we used to stay. It's where all the business used to take place. Yeah, so after I came to Kampala, joined senior one at Caltech. For starters, I was desk coding, and then later joined boarding. Yeah, so that's how I got to Kampala.
Wow, okay. So what did you do after Form 4? Did you which combination and how did you reach campus, and which campus did you even actually go to?
After Form 4, I remember, of course, as any other person, you join vacation. But it was not a good time by the time I came for the vacation, because at the moment where my dad had had a shop, I remember they were pushing us out of the house. Yeah, immediately after my vacation. So imagine coming for vac to enjoy like any other kid, and then the landlord is just pushing you out of the house. I remember by then my dad did not have any other option at the moment. We were stuck. This guy started removing the iron sheets and everything when we were still inside.
In Kampala, that's what they do.
And we did not know.
Did the LC get to know about that?
Of course, the LC got to know, but I mean, this is the owner of the houses. What do you do about it?
I thought he did it without telling anyone.
Anyway, they told my dad, gave him time to shift. But you know things. Yeah, it was tough. Of course, he thought the guy would be lenient as he gets where to be. Yeah. So when the time they agreed reached, of course, there is nothing the chairman would do. Yeah. There is nothing the landlord would do. He just started doing their thing because the guy was like, I can't repair my houses. Okay. So he started right away.
How did this make you feel, Anita? Because I'm looking at, senior 4, that means you're starting to grow up and you're now experiencing such traumatic situations. How did you take this?
Well, I don't know, but I felt so down. But then I had to look strong in front of my father. Yeah. I am the firstborn. I had to make these other kids be strong. Yeah. They can't be strong when I'm not.
When you're not, yeah.
But anyway, by that time they were all at school. Okay. I was the only one at home because I had come for work. And it was terrible. Okay. So I kept I was looking at my dad. And we have nothing to do. Taina chasobola kunimba nti oba you see we are going to tasobola kunimba nti you see things will be better, what. So it was terrible, but we went through it.
How did you guys go through that? What did your father do?
Just opposite a shop. Yeah. There was a cosmetic shop, good enough the person was leaving. So my dad opted to he asked whether he could move in. But remember, moving in, you have to pay rent. 3 months.
3 months, no gumo.
And they are already removing the iron sheets. You're still bargaining with these people, so you can get space. I don't know how he got the money, but of course it was a debt from someone. I mean,
yeah, you know, you're a man, you have to hustle at that point.
Yeah, so we kept moving into the good enough. It was opposite. Like that. yeah. That's how you did. But remember, I was there alone.
Yeah.
My mother doesn't stay this side.
That is what I was even going to ask you. That
My mother doesn't stay this side. She's a teacher and at home, back at home in Rukonjiri.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we went through it.
Okay.
Now, with all that terrible situation, I'm supposed to report for Form 5 because at this point, my mother tells me, Sentete, why do you also see the situation that is there? Because we shifted honestly. Because probably wafuna mabanja, people would come take sugar for free as a way of paying back the money your father took. Yeah, so my mother tells me, now embero jiraba. So what you're exactly. So what you're going to do, you're going to take on a course. Now that is something I never wanted to hear in my ears because I was at Caltech and I would face Makerere every day.
And that was what you wanted.
Exactly.
To do. Yeah, I know.
So I would tell each and everyone, my father, my mom, I have to make it there. And here you're telling me you're going to take on a course. I didn't know.
Why didn't you want to go for a course? Was
back at the back of my mind, I knew I had to join A-level and then go to Makerere University. If I branched off for a course, I wouldn't see the university of my dreams.
Yeah. That was your dream.
Yeah, so I cried. I was like, no, this is not going to happen. My father was like, don't worry about that. Just tell me what you want. Do you feel you want to branch off or you want to go for A-level? I'm like, A-level, I no want to go Uganda. You see the situation there. Yeah. But he's like, choose what you want. I'm like, yes, I want A-level. So, he had an OG who was by then a bursar at Crested SS Machindi.
Yeah, I know that's cool.
Yeah, so
nagendayo.
Nayogera naye bichi let her come. I'll be paying in installments. But still embeera yagaana.
So no crossing to Crested.
I now go to Crested. Why I didn't mention it in the first place is because I wasn't there for a long time anyway. So nembeerayo, of course, fees negaana toyina kugenda kunyumiza sijui I know you what those things don't work. Embeera negaana nenvaayo. I came back to Caltech. Caltech was like my home. While there, my teachers were my friends. So they welcomed me back even when the money was not there. So, we were Crested. My mama gamba, I told you to branch off, no Ghana. So you and your dad took on this decision and here you go. I'm like, Daddy, what do we do?
By then, go moved second term, you have senior 5.
Yagwa second Form 5 yagwa. Nenga second term Saj soma kubanga bangoba I didn't do the end of term exams. Then I went back. Yeah, jukira waino sasula fees katate ye mabega like bianta wanyanya. So nentegera nti kati university chiganye.
High school badde lutalo kati.
So what I did, I walked myself nengenda Caltech. I was like, you know what, Daddy? Just give me a chance. Let me go back to Caltech to talk to these people. They know me. You never know. Nengenda I by myself.
Where would you get those guts from?
Because I knew what I wanted.
Which year was that particularly, by the way?
I finished my Form 6 in 2016. Okay. So that means that
2015.
That was 2016 because I went to ask for admission for Senior 6.
Yeah.
So I go talk to one of my teachers. One is called Madam Bridget. Another one is Semwanga, Andrew. So I talked to them. I'm like, you people, I was here for my entire O-level, but when things were terrible, I explained to them. I explained to them each and every situation that was happening.
Let me ask you this question before you continue. Were they the were you talking to the DOS or the HM? Or were there just normal teachers?
Well, there were normal teachers, only that Madame Bridget was the dean of still O level.
Okay.
Yeah, but because they knew me, they would maybe talk to the principal on my behalf.
Because you're like a child.
Yeah, because they knew me right from childhood.
Were you a leader at that school?
Yeah, I was the
That's
minister.
how they knew you.
I was a minister.
If you're not a leader at a certain school, you're not known by
I was a leader at O level. I remember I was the minister without portfolio. From birth, okuva nga nkyali muto, because the background wasn't good. Wherever I go, I have to make sure I am noticed, I am known, because that is the only thing to help me. So I go back, talk to these teachers, and they were like, it's okay, you're going to come start, then to love how tuition is going to be done. My dad comes in later, get for chimpa. Now you get a new principal was like, it's fine, pay whatever you have, and I finished my entire Form 6 without being chased. But the money was later paid.
Wow, that is a bit... Allow me ask you this question. You know, throughout that journey, that looks like it was a tough journey for you. But how did you go through it? What inspired you through that? To know that, you know, you don't have the money, but you still had the guts of going, talking to your teachers, and then talking to the principal, and the principal accepting you. And I know it wasn't like too much. How did you go through that? What inspired you to go through that?
Oh my God. So it was by the terrible, because along the way my father got sick. Because of standing for a long time, like the veins got issues. It turned into a wound, so every now and then and up to now it still has a wound. So adding that to the already terrible situation was trauma, because I love my dad so very much, like any other firstborn girl or any other girl with their fathers. So it was traumatic, but I mean, I knew what I wanted in the first place. I am the firstborn who has to be a good example to my little kids. First of all, if I didn't show that motivation of wanting to finish university, that means the other people will also take it. Yeah, they would know that it is okay not to finish university. It is okay to take on a course. After all, my
firstborn, yes. Because it's also the same here with me, because my siblings were because I'm the firstborn. All of them want to even do the course I've done. They actually want to go to the university I've gone to, because I think they look up to me and they're like, hey, this gentleman has done it. I think we can all do it. You set the bar. Yeah, so I can understand what you're talking about. So I had
to really set that pace. While at school, I don't know, but now that I got to know my situation, I was a no-nonsense person. Yeah, you either like me for who I am or you just leave me. Because like a video like this, my father used to come with a green kavera. I cannot forget that. In most cases, ngamulimu mugati, gwa brown, ogwenkumye all of that. Ngamulimu yogurt, ngamulimu cake, ngamulimu nechechirara. Whoever wali amenvu oba ovacado nga he brings also that.
Of course, daddy abata fumbo.
Times he would try and get food from the hotel. But I mean, this so-called grab, me, that was my grab. Nasala of daddy's.
You have this, you have this.
That was my grab. Nasala of daddy's with that bread, cake. But literally, you take that yogurt that night, eat the cake, because even if you keep it, so that was my grab. Once in a while, one day tell a juice, it's like over party. 5-liter jerrycan. 5-liter jerrycan, that would be like a party. This might sound funny, but that is it. For people who know me and are watching, know what I'm talking about. Actually, my teachers knew. Bonga bachimanyira vidi, my parent yasembo okuja, and they know that's what he used to bring. Now, ngamazo kuwaka kavera. It's not so full, by the way, because I mean biemba gambia, it's like half full of it. So wamalo kuwaka kavera na kuteka kuside. Ajamu echo mtwalo My pocket money has been 10,000 from senior 1 up to senior 6. And at times,
Yours has been 10,000. Mine was 5.
and at times, webigana zibankumieza.
Yes, it's 5,000, and then they give you 1 kg of sugar. Ngo inovera nayo paka vide dako weri tu.
Now katize kamera gere jendi when I my father never gave me sugar. Yakamba ngo what a list you write a list na shanika. Sabuni oja kusharinga na wapenzi wao. Ombazi kwa meno sobe mnywano wao. Sukari sobe kwa sukari. Hey, my dad, you have a list. The only money he used to give me was development fee. Actually nchogeranga na yara baba. Development fee na mutekanga because na unganga bulita mshino sasa development fee ngayata mu pocket money. So you guys are there.
Yes, you understand that. That 10,000 obanga go mugaga.
Yeah, so
Yes.
natuka nenchikwata nti pocket money 10,000 wechigana kwa mitano kati nga kuleta kuside kubanga achimanyi nti obwedde olaba bano bye bafuna. You've seen obwedde olaba how much people are being given kati nga kuleta kuside na pocket money wo naye ekikulu kya byonna soma ate faayo. Know whose kid you are, know where you come from.
But Anita, let me ask you something. Because you are a young girl and I'm looking at, Obera, you're a beautiful woman, and I know in high school, I can offer you this and this. Did you go in for that? Let me say maybe a man that helped you, a boyfriend, someone, a friend who was there for you. Oba hustling at chikumi
because if I was hustling, I wouldn't be complaining about the Kavera for VD, which somehow would have skipped that because life would, like the people watching me know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So nakuteka kubali nakwezo say it nagamba know whose kid you are. Bigambo bya kugamba nga bibyo kali it would be enough for you to ngabi kumala okuyita mu that situation. So now omutwalo awono nga kuwadde when people go for break nzenga skipping. When people go for lunch, I'm not a really fan of posho. Katinga what I do there, soka nenkuba wendovu neneba kako. Then when mala nengenda canteen, I buy a lollipop. I suck it until they ngaba kubye akadeko ku down class. That's how I used to do. So that's how I used to do. Nenga evening I go for supper and all that. Kati wali wachiselanga nenkumitano wizabulira. Wali wetwasengukira crested form 5 yagulawo draw bulungi nandaganga mwani mukoyinza jukira 500 nabibalira we byalimu yabimpandagama nawo kiraba I took the 3,000 good enough. I had a friend at Crested. I met a friend at Crested called Sharon Abamurungi, who later became a sister. Newakanga bamanyi so nga wenzia nebizibu byange ngebyo nga nyamba agamba tofaayo nga we combine grab na which grab I think
on your grab to her
kubanga yaberanga nebingi yamanye naku and she became like a sister in that tough situation. Kati waitako mwezi I call my dad. I'm like, daddy kasente kewamba nawo kamanyi embera nga minagamba ekyogamba zaweddewo 3,000 yeah ate I mean 13 anyway manyi olumu otegeera omuntu teyakyogera because yali amanyi nti it's enough but ngana yalaba atalina wazija anyway so later ngafuna engeri gya chippinga in but what helped me the most is that I understood him. I understood where I came from. And nembera ku nsonga nga sigivaako.
For your siblings, where are they? The banaba bato.
The siblings nga basoma. They were with my mom up to primary, then secondary they joined.
So secondary, your dad had to take care of you and then them as
yeah, they also later joined and now it became a family. Yeah, we were all staying at the shop.
Even mom came through.
Yes, because she works the other side. Okay. Yeah, so they join in. Because we all grew up by the from Kasubi. That very shop was home, was everything. Up to my paka we married in Vestover. Yeah, kubanga rent yatuka nagana nendio kankola chi ne tusenguka tukawaala edduuka ne livaawo because now my dad got issues with the leg ate sente amabanja nga gafuuse amalala because trust me tusomye because of mabanja. Of course when the shop is
because Ogambi your dad was sick.
Yeah, the shop stopped of recent, but yeah, it stopped of recent. Nga nkole ebibuuzo by'akamalirizo. It was
at campus.
November. Yeah, then we shifted to Kawala. That's where we are currently. That's where we currently stay.
Kati, then as in just a few minutes to go, can you just tell us about Otandisa Oyingide Otya University or Mazotia Senior 6? Okay, how did you excel and how did you join university? How was life at campus?
Of course, because I will not say that I've been a genius in school. No, but I've always tried. Make sure I make my parents proud, make my sisters borrow an example always. So I made sure I pass, get marks that take me to university. I made sure I get the principal passes. I passed that GP, get that point. Yeah, and I was given a course of industrial and organizational psychology. That's how I cross over.
So life at campus.
Katisente. I was commuting. Yes, I still church agana.
Wali kumpi kasubyo sala busazi paka makerere.
Still cho. So that's how I cross over, of course. So it has been loan. My mother has taken salary loans like nothing. My dad naenga afuna loan zi wateka mduka wa jamu. Yeah, that's how I joined campus. Ngaiba afuna sente we batyo. So now I get to campus. Ndi mwana wa muntu wa wansi. How do I get known? How do I make sure I keep at my career? How do I make sure I finish my course? Yeah, I still engaged myself in, involved myself in having a leadership position. And I was a speaker of my school of psychology.
Macquarie University.
Yeah, still there. Of course, I meet lecturers. They become friends. They become family. They understand. I make friends, and yeah.
Story yonyonyoddeko olaze nti tewaliwo nnyo ssente z'amaanyi, but at campus tumeetinga abaana ab'enjawulo, people who come from backgrounds nga bo bali well off. Bobanga oluusi ova mu background nga temuli well off, but tutandika comparing your life with eyabali. At times you fall into traps oba noyagala otuuke ku extent otuuke ku level y'abali gye baliko. How did you survive that?
Anyway, first of all, what helped me is that I was commuting Gamvawaka because most people are tempted when they maybe are coming from hostels. Like it is really hard. Okulaba roommate wonga ali bulungi bichi nga golya and you do nothing about it. So good enough I was coming from home and I've always made sure I make myself busy. Owochidaba lecture wegwa sina budde veerawo n'abaana bichi. Like I just move out of class. But yeah, and that has helped me get like gigs. I've always had gigs throughout campus. Kati first year, first semester, nafuna omulimu ku mafuta. I was a pump attendant at Oilcom. Nansa na brat. No, nagufuna nga wabulayo weeks 3 ogenda campus.
How did you get that job? Otandika otya? Because Ogambye obadde waka omaze senior 6. Were you working in your father's shop?
Of course. Kati my father's shop yatukanga, it's a family business. Nga buli omu. Yeah. No wabasi bamazina agateeka mu fridge, you're going to be at the shop or yafumbe. That's how things used to be. So nga wefuula nga mubeera busy somehow. So kati mandi awo, my dad had talked to a friend of his nga manager ku mafuta. Mwana wange mufunireyo kalimu. Naye bagumpanga ngenda campus and I could not let that job go. And it was pumping fuel. I opted to do evening classes at campus. That means by sawa mino kubanga wendi. Nino kunyuka sawa 10 oba 11. Nemala nengenda campus. Lectures zitandika 10. so nga wenviira eri wengende naye nga you stood the whole day pumping fuel, then in the evening you have to go attend class and be like other people. Yeah.
And then come back at home. And then go back at work.
Exactly. So natuka waliwo lecturer nga ye atuka sawa 10 era nga buli wenzija nsanga yayingidde ate nga agamba mba nyingidde toyingira. I missed that lecture for some good time. I missed her lecture for some good time. Ekyo nakyo nekimala nekiyita. So I was there for 3 months. Natuka mutufu nga ndaba sikyasobola. Natuka mu class nga nkoye. This is first year, first sem. You don't know who is supposed to be your friend. Tomani who knows who doesn't know. You don't know who to join. So what I would do is join class immediately after the lecture. Nefuluma nentuke waka. Shop is waiting for you because the people there either yasibi akola oba ino kufumba. So ova mu class otukira kuduka ova kuduka twagalanga osawa mukaga. You sleep in the morning. Jukira sawa mwina kubeera ku mafuta. Like that was it. Up to like the 3 months when agambira nti no, I'm stopping. Kati mbivaako nga tugenda mu tests. Mbutufu sina kye nali mmanyi. I didn't know who to ask. I didn't know who to discuss with. Nengamba mukama nyamba. I both turned out towards the tests actually. Nenga simanyi na nebyensoma sibitegeera. Nene nsaba Katonda nyamba. If I don't get a retake this semester, I swear I will settle. Era mukama nanyamba nenchitako. But that semester was terrible because I had a lot of 50s and you know 50s at campus. Kati nengamba munange kenchiwonye. I have to settle and
did you talk to your dad about leaving the other job kwenda okufunidde?
Yeah, of course namugamba kubanga naye yali akiraba. My dad is a free guy. Nekirala nesiganyo amanyi I know what I want. So we mugamba nti kino kiganye, he understands. Yeah, so nemunyonyole ekyo nakyo nekivaawo. So after then ushering gigs mikolo baba kuyise nogenda weekend no chikubayo njane emitwalo 3 nayo gogo gwantuusa wala. Yeah, one night nga tunyuka letu ya works tuna in Namugongo ne tunyuka sawa mukaaga twatuke Kasubi nga ziri 7 zigenda 8. So ne bantuusa ku stage. I called my dad jango nchime omubudde bwali bugenzi Kasubi namwe mugimanyi abagezi bangi kati nga my dad comes with a neighbor ne bajjo tukima ne bajjo kunchima tutuka tuba tugenda tuke waka abo babbi na ine simu yange mu ngalo kono gwa left. I had a back bag nenkawekera maaso. Then my national ID was in a jacket I was putting on. Nga namuzeyi ne neighbor ababbi bali 3 and we were also 3. Tuba tuli awo jinja ali kuba muzeyi mu mutwe. Neighbor yadduka tetumanje yadda. Nsigala nani? Kati awo nsigala ne muzeyi. Muzeyi bamukubye jukira bakubye jinja you first feel unconscious. Banange nenziruka nenkube nduru but no one came to our rescue. Nange ne bankube jinja nengwa wansi. But remember akasawo nali nkawese so nenkebakira. The phone was in my hands. The ID in my jacket. I fought so that they don't take my phone. I don't know how my left hand secured my phone. But they took the bag. The bag had my money. They took the bag, but the ID kept in. But one answer, Katiabinga Amazo Genda, but we saw it by the way. This is my dad said, already you know. Old men with bald heads. Katwa mukuba. It was a night full of blood. I think it was. I don't know. Nebucha. But ababi batuvako ngambuza muganda wange esimi yange bobongo bona bwali kusemu nganjina. Kati that is ushering abadde nfunira sente. What am I going to do? The other Saturday ngabankubira. So I had to go na inembagamba if it's past this time like nzembani no genda ngabuchari. So my boss understood me. Yeah, echo nacho nechiita.
So echo chikola ku campus
Yeah, campus. Yeah, bampita once in a while. That was chadi chakaseera like a year.
Was a
then.
gig.
Yeah, nga wechibawo bakuyita.
Nekati chembuza wasoma evening paka wa malako.
Yeah, nsomye evening all throughout kubanga kinyambye okufunafunamu obulimu.
Yeah.
Olumu katwalo I also worked as an agent of EcoBank bino byewandisa accounts. Yeah, buli account gyowandisa 10 naye mukwano gwange 10 olugendo ddofuna. I remember one time we walked from Obakansi nga tukibuli ku bigere ne mukwano gwange oyo Sharon Gwembaganda. Katutuuyana naye ogendo zifuna. Ogwo nagwo nenkita like that. Ate kati zigenda ku account yo tozifunirawo yesaawa. They don't give you lunch, they don't give you what?
Uganda. Lunch and transport.
Tebalina kye bakuwa. That's sales.
Okay.
Kyokola kyofuna.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Wow. Okay.
And
those are that's a very powerful story right there at just 55 minutes past 7 a.m. We go in for a short commercial break. We've been looking at her life story and it has told us where she came from, her family background, and I think this story has inspired you because personally it has inspired me, and I think I've gone through also life more or less the same.
Most of the times but when you get to hear someone's story,
ladies and gentlemen, let's go in for a short commercial break. When we come back, we start looking at how she starts her jewelry business. How was it, the evolution, the challenges she's gone through as a female and in this type of business. What are some of the challenges? What are her future prospects? That and much more. By the way, she'll tell us because she was a minister. If she was appointed a minister in Museveni's government, what would she actually do? Does she have any plans for politics? That and much more coming in the second hour. My name is Edgar. I'm with Lilian and Miss Musiimenta. Anita, let's go in for a short commercial break.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Dig Talk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima kawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 oyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Digital etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugendo maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop, and smart TVs. As we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Dig Talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Digital. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Digital. Digital, the way to go.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Welcome back from that commercial break. This is the Mighty Drive. My name is Princess Luwedde. I'm with Edgar, Mathew, Karuhanga, with Miss Anitah Musiimenta. Tuwa story nga bwetambudde ndowooza mufunyemu ekyokuyiga ekyenjawulo. Tubadde twogeramuko neno mu break. Nagamba nti kibadde kizibu nnyo okwombisinga abantu nti she has gone through all that because tafaanana story ye gy'anyumya era nga bw'omulaba. Mukyala anyirira bulungi nnyo so bw'aba kunyumiza that story zogamba oh my God, no gana no kukiza, but people have stories. Testi buli omuntu story gye yayitamu egenda gye mwetimbye mu maaso abantu bakula ne bakyuka. People have hustled ne batuuka in life nga tosobola nakukiriza nti bayita mu bintu bingi nnyo ebisomoza. So akyatuwulira her story era nga tugenda kuba tuwulira yafuuka atya CEO CEO kitiibwa kinene nnyo so agenda kuba tuwulira kyatandika kitya kino yakitandika ta because yali yakagraduating just of recent. So agenda kuba tuwulira yasala okufuuka CEO yafuuka CEO ng'akyasoma oba kize kati ng'amaze okugraduating. So bw'obanga olina ekibuuzo kyogenda ku Facebook page yaffe The Alternative Uganda tekayo ekibuuzo tugenda kuba tetukisoma mu ssaawa yaffe eno ey'okubiri oba si kyo anaabatasobodde osobola okuba essimu butalevu mu studios n'obuuza ekibuuzo ate nobeera nga mukono gwange odibwa mu studio line eri 0789017145 0789017145. So katugende wa mukyala Anitah atayongere okuba nga sharing a story. Reka nsubire gwe mwana omuwala ofunamu ekyokuyiga ekyamaanyi akugambye bwe yali ku campus. Yes. Agambye because nze nemera nnyo kukya campus because abaana abamu bw'atuuka ku campus ng'alaba story ng'alaba background y'ebintu byayiseemu atuuka ku campus n'alaba abaana nga bali well off n'ayagala afuuke ng'oli. So at times they end up nga bakoze ebintu oluusi ebyaviiramu oluusi okufuna embuto olaba omwana akuba ekibala naye nga bw'otunuulira oba watuufu waava bambi embeera nga si nnungi naye nga yatuuka ku campus ne yeegomba bali n'ayagala abeere bali. So kiwa kuyiga kyamaanyi okuba yasobola okulemerako n'akiyitamu bulungi ate nagraduating nga amazeko nga omukyala omuwanguzi. Tukyagenda masoda kyatuwulira story yo oyingidde campus ofuuse minister. Ogambye you are a leader from high school ne primary. So ku campus nawo n'osalawo obeere leader because oyagala fuuka politician maaso oba just wali okyagala bwagazi?
Leadership has always been part of me. Kyonga kyo kuweereza abantu is something I am passionate about. Yeah. Njagala nnyo kuweereza abantu. I love doing charity. Wadde nange siri bulungi nnyo ekiri awo but yeah, I'm passionate about all that.
Okay. So when do we start to see Nita's jewelry? The evolution of Nita's jewelry.
Nita's jewelry. Nabagambyeko ku madamu oyo gwe bayita Bridget. Waliwo n'omukazi omulala amuyita Patricia. Bonna baali basomesa Caltech Academy, but they used to do jewelry in the staff room, mu offices zaabwe buli wamu nga babukola. So I came to admire that kind of a business. Anyway, sasooka kumanya nti I can even do business out of it, but I was passionate about learning because njagala nnyo okwefaako. I think that's why people tebagenda kitegeera nti munaye mbeera enyiga but njagala nnyo okwefaako and that way wonsinkana toyinza nakumanya what is behind me. So I was motivated to learn. Lwakuba of course byali bya ssente, so I did not engage them muntu munjigirize biki naye nga mpulira nkyegomba.
I remember in senior one generally nsomera waliyo club nga bagita junior achievement, so bakolanga ebyo obuntu bupini then ne necklace naye nga bazikola mu popular. So I thought it's the same thing. I think yours is different.
Yeah, no, mine is more of modern jewelry, like these normal beads. I buy beads and make. So nakyegomba naye nga simanyi how to start.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine called Ruth. Ye omu ku boy yamuyigiriza at a cost. kati ne mwefuga ne mugamba you know what kino ne kino kyenjagala era in my form 6 vacation we malira went I was a class above her, a class or two, I don't remember, I think a class. Ne mugamba in my vacation you come through onjigiriza nagamba okay if you buy material on your own nja kuyigiriza nga mukwano gwo, and that's how it was. Yeah, in my form 6 vac namwita it was 2 days. Ate nga bulina kampaka essaawa ndooza ng'emu. It was just like a by the way. Kati kino kikola bwoti. Yanjigirizaako like I think 3 styles of doing things. Yeah, kati nga mpayo eddakiika nga ntonotono kuba naye yabanga on a hurry and you don't pay this person, so even the little time you have to be thankful. So nefunawo akasente I used to save a little mpola mpola. Mzee era we nali ngenda ne mugamba bw'oba osobola okufunayo omutwalo oba meka can give it to me, I top up to what I have, then ngende. I bought material by yali amtwalo 3. No, yali amtwalo nga 6. Later then the girl started training me ebintu ebitonotono, so buli wanjigirizanga ekintu nagenda I focus so much on perfecting kyanjigiriza cause si byangu, you have to make sure it is perfect. Okay. Yeah, so byonna byetagisa nabigula for the start, then the beads nsobola obanga nyongerezaako, so nga buli weyagenda nga I try other things wenda omuntu nga yambadde ekintu nga I want so much to know how it was made, nejengula gundi beads nga I ask these people wensangayo bye bawanise for display, I'm like kino mwakikola mutya, they teach me bwentyo and I got to learn.
Otandikiddewo muvako yasinga 6 otandikiddewo biyiga
naye mbiyiga samanya nti to turn out to be a business, a good business. Nze mbiyiga kubanga nkyagala because I love to design myself, nja kwekolerayo akantu nga kali unique ebyo. Yeah, so it was on a hold, kati talent njifunye buli kimaze kiyigo kikola naye nekibeeraawo. Yeah, kubanga ekisooka kya byonna ne sente oba toyina buli kimu, kati I put it on a hold. Nemanya nti ekyo nkimanyi naye nekibeeraawo. So the people that knew about it, I would tell a friend, by the way nkola bino nga wenyambala ekintu kagamba nga kirungi, by the way nze nakakoze nange nkolera like that at campus. Yajjukira mbize mu vac, then kati wenayingira campus 2017 nga I tell the business to my friends, by the way kano nkakola nkolera ebiki. By then 3k 2k nga nkolera akantu 5000 ba neighbor zenga neyogerako nda nengamba ba neighbor by the bintu byabakyala mbikola, by the kino nze nakikoze wentyo
olongo creating akatale.
Yeah, naye nga womanyi business nzibu koso jagama omuntu ako attitude ogamba olera nga tabifuddeeko otandike n'okunyiiga, so nensoka mbivaako. Yeah, I took it like that. Nekibeera mpola mpola nkimanyi naye nga that energy nga sina wenjijja ne motivation.
How then do you cross over to, you said let me start to monetize it? What instigated that?
Kati in 2019 nali mu campus oba second year namaliza, anyway it was in my second year. Yeah, so I actually 3rd year first semester. Na classmate wange nayisoma naye nanga by the way ndaba okola ebintu birungi because by then aba classmates batandise okugula, I take pictures and post on my status mpola mpola. Nagamba I see you doing good stuff. There is a women conference that is going to take place in December. You can join in, go listen to them, talk to a few about your business. Or maybe you can get better ideas of getting this thing better.
That was like more or less we were training about things like that.
It wasn't training. Nenga people like women who are in business meeting up. Of course, you meet different people, you share. So nangamba, you go give it a try. You might meet people muntunakuyamba, and you see, you make your business better. Also think about making a business name. Maybe wave it you. Of course, ogenda mu conference y'abantu abanene big women who have made it. Kati ngoina okugenda n'akanyanya ko ajja kubuuza okola biki, it's under which name, biki. Kati nga Nita Anitah's jewelry. By then it was Anitah's jewelry. Nkola piece butono, of course sente tezali obulungi naye nga nakola muze nali nina ya nsobola okufuna obungi nange bwendagako. mu butuufu abantu bali balaga ebintu by'amaanyi naye ng'otwange twali bwe tuti nga twonna tetutegereka naye nga ntukubakuba tubeere tungi tuweereko naye nga nentuukayo of course twalina osasula gendayo $10,000 nengamba I'm going to do this, you never know, I might get this better. Yeah. So I attended the conference, I met women, we talked. I remember when I turned akantu wakali kamu, but that didn't matter for me. Eyo nenvayo. Kati wenavayo nendaba how women are organized, baina amanya ga business, bichi nengamba, hey, it's high time. Nange change nchitekemu amaanyi. They talked about digital marketing, like posting, to make your business known. So I learned a lot. From there, I got the motivation. If I put in a lot of effort, my business is going to be greater. I now changed the name.
Okay, in terms of call a business yange, bino byensoma nabyo nja bikola oba just utunulidde nnyo kino ekya business yo just biri obikola okuwa nti omaliriza campus.
Byensoma nabyo nja bikola, but this is something that I'm passionate about, like a talent that I have. So I can do the other thing alongside this. I can even do this in my free time. Or just in case at least I have where to run to. Yeah, so I learned to market myself. I take a picture, put on my WhatsApp, and people started asking for things. I now thought of branding. Nefuna logo. I now made a name, Nita's Jewelry. I made sure I get packages.
Nita is better. What instigated you to do that? I
talked to a friend of mine and she advised, I think Nita would sound better. Anitah, watch it. Yeah, the Anitah would have also become really trending, but the Nita is a bit stylish. Yeah, so I now think of, I make a name, nefuna logo, mpola. Kati nengamba abantu, what do the modern people want these days? Because they want something unique. Everyone does the things, by the way, but how you present your work also matters. I think of making packing bags. Yeah, kati ngakaliko sticker ya my logo and my name, the numbers, the social media handles. Yeah, so I worked. Yeah, I so much worked on the branding because I knew
branding is the way.
Even most of the people in this business, but yeah, so I worked on the branding and it has really helped me. You deliver to someone, it's like, wow, this is too much. I didn't expect it. And the next day, nebakoma. So actually the branding, if I make a delivery, I by the look into also the delivery, yajam lockdown and so because it was after the conference, then Christmas, then never to looking down. Katatawa magazine negakoma okweyongera because twatukitseranga we are all not working. But then I was working as a secretary of some guy called Praise. Actually, Antibatugala Nengende Waka. Yeah, that guy is called Praise. Adimbia Mataka, Praise Property Consults. Yeah, so Ajakasa Surida. So I was his secretary. So when I sit back home, I'm like, I think this is the right time. Twatuketsenanga kati bagudde oboda osobola okudeliveringa nga tetutambula taxi tewali. So ng'omuntu wakola order nga I get a safe border ne deliveringa. Like that. Owa border abatwalako kapak, I take a picture, put on my status. Before knowing it all, I had waliwo bana bagayi baku NTV. That was a Gwendova movie, what? Power of Legacy.
Power of Legacy.
Kati, when to
Apostle Prophet.
Power of Legacy is a play on
It's a play.
NTV.
It's a play.
Nga deception. So
Prophet Mbonyi bagitawacha. There is that program, Power of something.
So kati I was once called as an extra. Jukira ntudde waka ngamba kati bantegedde batya kuba kati erinnya ndikoze packaging njikoze, but I need big people to know about this name. Kati in Power of Legacy bali bampiseyoko as an extra.
To act in the
as an extra.
Oh, yingira otya acting because
Banange story yange yapakancha.
oyingira acting.
Kati
because toina watch ogedde ko ya day in school to was in MDD about what.
Anti one thing leads to the other. My story buli kimu kiridinga to the other. But anyway, how I get there, because I got into leadership, you get to meet people. So by the way, we have this program. It started with a perspective program in Ajabaitanga universities to participate in a given topic. Then from there, year two itanga katinga ino mukono mu yali omukora producers be yogunde Power of Legacy. So nangamba, but gwengeri jankula wamu, I think you can act better here. Because I've always loved to dress up so well. I love so much being smart. You can act as an extra in this part. Zenga bule bampita am available. Bananga Anita kino novela ne basimanyi bakikola. Ngenda kujja.
Whether you have to first say yes.
Yeah.
You will every general. First say yes or you
kubango yinzo gana nga tomanyi.
So you always have to first say yes.
Tuina Power of Legacy.
Opportunity to have a
tuina Power of Legacy. Tunonya ba extra. But then buzo boss unyamba yina ochimanyi of course ngenda kujja. Kati nembeera of course. Tewabalaganyo, but anyway, nze kiba kinyamba because you get to meet people.
So omuntu ayinza n'okugamba, but this face is familiar, wana mulaba so wajjukira nti yakulabaawo.
So kati
acting.
So kati I get of course obeera extra munange, you're not so close to the actors and what unless nga temuli kuseti no munoonya no yogera nabo. But yeah, so weba airinga bitwa acting, of course obeera extra tolabika nnyo. Nenze nga konkanonyayo nga nkateka ku status, people have to see I was on TV. Anyway, akwanekaita, so I now when I lockdown ngamba, but I've ever acted in this. I met this and this. And now it is easy for me to go back to NTV because, I know where it is. I know some of the people. I know that guy who led me there. So, by the way, I have gifts for these actors and actresses. When acting on a Power of Legacy, of course, jewelry. Yeah, so as I was promoting myself, because when you're starting,
this is what you also make.
Yeah, this is my work. This is my
cameraman afajja kuba muzoominga mu mpola omukono guno engeri gye kalimu. Then you can also see her earrings.
Yeah, so I opted to make free things for them. Yeah, nagamba, let me just do at least of the many. Sijaburamu ayagadde okunsupportinga.
Business yonge kuze kutuuka wa otandika okuba ng'ogawa gifts ez'obwereere.
Business ekyali moderate, but if you want to make it big, olina okuteekamu.
Olina okugaba ku by'obwereere okuteekamu.
Yeah, si bwereere, but you target a few. Like kale kyengezaako kulaga oyagala ofuna olina okuteekamu kubanga oba totaddemu, there is no way people are going to know you. Nali sinabakula kiri awo, but namanya nti if I do this somehow it will help me, and it helped me. So nembutwala through that guy Bambi, nembuba wawe namala buba, they were so happy, and a few followed up. Nebampagira, yeah, one of them ordered, nemutwalira like that. Kati omu kwaba abasiima nemugamba, by the way, isn't there a way you can help me? Nenjogerako ka business kange. I know you people TV of course kusasula, but I don't know. Oyo omulenzi nga bamuyita Mark Chirama yali naye azanya Power of Legacy. Ya nayogerako ne Crystal Panda mukwano gwe. Bali ba mukwano se ne bakiyitamu. Somewhere I got on NTV. Crystal's show, Crystal Panda's show.
No costing.
Yeah, they called me nagamba I talked to him, if you'll be there on Saturday, just come ngamba yeah, of course I'll be there. So I go talk about my business, and that was the platform that opened most of the opportunities, most of the doors. Yeah, mba fuluma studios za NTV no waspaka ngamba by the can I take a story? I'm like yes, I'll be there. Nengenda nenjifuna. From there, waliwo they ajira some guy who works on RX radio. Agamba, we need to take your story. I also go and take that. And yes, here I am.
Started opening up.
Yeah.
So life after that, how successful was your business? Did you start, did you like register your company name? How successful, how do you measure the success of your business before you come to some of the challenges?
I haven't yet succeeded, that is for sure.
But you being here is already a success.
No, I mean making it to the top as like
That's a process.
But on 100%, at least ndiko 50. And 50 is a way to go. Yeah, it is a way to go. So Chembla maybe it is to register my company, get an outlet because I'm still operating online, but an outlet is not something
that you actually need.
What I need is deliver what my clients would love, make sure whatever they want is available.
So do you have any side business apart from this?
No. So now that is the only business I am.
Okay, let's talk about. So you mostly do digital marketing for your product, the jewelry that you make.
Yeah, I market online basically.
Online basically.
Yeah.
Okay, which online platforms do you usually use? What statuses or come on Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram, I have a page there.
Okay.
It's Nita's Jewelry.
Yeah, what you registering at that Instagram page?
Jelly. Basically for my pieces. Era muntu agenda basobola ozidaba. Nita's Jewelry. Facebook, Anitah's Jewelry Pieces. Twitter, Anitah Musiimenta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, still asking, Anita. So, what answer could get to come on board? Maybe someone to help you do wakatiro chali one man ame ochecho uwe korea no marketing no we tundira. Is that the same way na yomuntu kati akuyamba maybe your sibling or anybody who helps you there?
Later along the way, nadalanga maze show ya Crystal Panda because before I walked out of the studios, uli ali akuba. Yeah, kati I reached a point in the auntie, I'm not going to do this alone. Yeah, even before Crystal Pandas, actually, over lockdown on a time of delivering, Natuka Nemant, I cannot do this alone. So there is a friend of mine called Sharon Moronji.
Go to Gambia, Sharon.
No, this is another Sharon. She's the creative director, Nita's Jewelry. Ngancha this from scratch. She would model my jewelry posting. So because she was passionate about the business, I was like, what if we work together? I mean, it shouldn't stop at this. If you feel you're passionate, you like the business, we can work together. Yeah, so I'm with her at the moment. Then with also my sister, Audrey, namuyigiriza ebintu ebimu, most especially the bracelets. So if someone wants an order and I'm busy, Gama, please do this for me. Yeah, she knows who to give the pieces to deliver them, what. I also got a border guy specifically for deliveries. So achimanyi nti wakola kino, achiwo no, it has to. Yeah, so I'm working with those two people and we are 3 at the moment.
Okay, Anita. She has a question.
Challenges. Let's look at your parents, your dad. Did they embrace it into terms of color jewelry, nenga to China, cost Josomendala?
My parents have been in for each and everything I come up with because I've not disappointed them from day one. Katibuli wenkera kumachane ngamba chino. Hey, kali.
Baba kukiririza
kubanga jukira wenesi mbawe makero maye bintu bya sente, it's not like high school. Tunagama mukazi watu zemi gati genda jijaje genda kuwa watu kati chena kola I started campaigning we earlier making sure abantu bamanya before I came ekyo nakyo nekinyambako. So bo buli kyobagamba they might not be there to support financially, of course they can't, naye bakukizam they give you that go ahead. Yeah, nesala ze bakusindikira, so tebatusanga mu buzibu. Yeah, because this is something that couldn't consume my time. Bechabwe, for as long as you my mother always says, at the end of it all, nsasula fees, at the end of it all, njagala accountability. So that had to stick in your mind, buli kimu kyokola. Whether business, whether what, but you know it doesn't have to take you off track. Yeah, so.
Okay. So
Another question before you come in. Tulina bazadde who don't believe in their children's talents. Nti omuzadde wakizira nti omwana asobola okukola kino oba asobola okukola kino, most of the times abamu tebaba supporting. They want you to do something ye kyaba ayagadde. If your parent wants you to be a doctor, of course ajja kulemerako every time okubeera doctor. Bubaka ki bwoyinza okuwa bazadde ngaabo?
It's called thinking in a straight line.
Banange abazadde mwenna abali eyo nga you're watching this show, please mulekera okukaka abaana ebintu bye batayagala, because at the end of it all bagenda bikola lwakuba mama yaŋambye, lwakuba after all be basasula after, naye nga tekigenda bayamba kubanga in most cases mbadde nnyo nga sikkiriziganya with my mom, not because I don't respect her, but nga ngezaako omulaga nti you know what, you want this for me, naye ate nze si kyenjagala, because the other time of senior 4 gamba nursing watwa, naye nga mundamu nze tekiriimu, gamba mami ate ziriwa oba okiraba kino kyogenda ofunamu ama mami.
And what parents don't know, that future gwagendo jibeeramu, it's
course.
not them, it is you. So the better you do what you want, it is okay, because wonesiba ku kintu kyotayagala, you're going to be a slave to something you don't like.
But there are also these kids abatayagala nnyo okukola bintu by'emikono. Mentality from school, because from school tebalina we bakugambirako nti okay ne bakubuuza oyagala beera ki in future, nogamba njagala kukola dduka lyange nga ntunda jewelry. Buli omu ajja kugamba njagala beera engineer, njagala beera doctor, njagala beera pilot, njagala beera kino. So tewali I think kirina kutandikira in school. Omwana akola ekintu kyayagala, obwana abasomesa bennyini, because most of the times bwe twalinga tusoma nga batulaga nti omuntu akola ebintu bino ebyemikono oba omuntu agenda for a course abalemeddwa ebyokusoma oba si kyo nga the parents are not financially stable. So most of the times kino oluusi kifiira na mu ssomero munnyininyini.
Yeah, so I think parents should learn to be supportive. Balekera okujajinga abaana baabwe. Omwana kyayagala, support them. Oba business, oba kyalani nga ye kyayagadde, support them. Make sure you're there. No, it's not financially. Naye mulage. Omanya at times you want that someone to back you up. Oyinza okujja ne nkugamba ekintu naye n'otakifaako. Naye wongamba by the way. Ne ngamba kirabika kituufu. So it is not about financially, because my parents haven't been financially stable. Yeah, okumpa capital yawo nti I started from scratch, but that support you give your kid, that go ahead you give your kid is just enough for them to go. Yeah, it is just enough for them to go, and that has kept me going, because I'm now at a point where my parents know nti ne waba tali waka, my siblings cannot starve. Like I can get some little money in this. It is because they believed in me and they still believe in me. They know somehow, somewhere, things cannot fail with me. Yeah, so please, may you go okukiriza mbaana bamwe and give them that go ahead.
Because ate otamukiriza mwani agenda omukiriza.
Exactly.
But Nita, I would like to just go back to Nita's jewelry. Oplanninze ki okubanga ozimba business yo, because we've seen people who have started innovations like yours. And yes, they have worked. How do you plan on keeping your project sustainable? How are you going to grow your business? Are you looking at other working solutions you would like to adapt? Are you looking at securing some funding? What are you looking at growing Nita's jewelry? Fuke brand igeje oberenga ba Sylvia worry obera bantu ngabati.
I am planning on of course getting funding from people or any other person that would get inspired by this story. Yeah, they should feel free to fund the business, because abavubuka tukyabonabona ennaku zino, because even if someone comes up with an idea, business idea, at times they fall off because of financial issues. So I cannot say that where I am ndi bulungi actually siri, but these are some of the things that will maybe help me. So funding would is something that would help me sustain my business. Passing on a skill in maybe the kids under the NGOs. Yeah, it is something that I would really...
Yeah, those are some of the ways you can grow your business.
Yeah, it is
by
something...
actually teaching people.
Yeah, it is something I'm looking up to and to inspire many more girls and even boys that want to learn to get this skill.
Because it's a skill.
Yeah, and that is one way of course, promoting my name. By the way, if my name is known, even if I'm not earning any money from it, it is really fine because it will mean something. So passing on a skill is one of the basic things because I'm passionate about this. I would even feel so nice. I'm training people, they've come up with something and they are somewhere. Yeah, so for now that's what I'm looking.
Okay, then let's cross over to the challenges because we are in the last 30 minutes of the show. So just tell us some of the challenges you've gone through as Nita's jewelry. Those are some of the problems that maybe you would feel like there's hindrance or moving Anita's jewelry mass.
Of course, some of the problems. The first major problem, sente, that capital is always a problem. You have to first wait for people to buy what you have so that you can get capital to go back to the market, get material and make other things. So I think if everything is there, the business will be so smooth. My business is something that because if I don't take that picture, market, there is no way these people are going to see the pieces and buy them. So I'm also looking at that photography. Photography means getting a nice phone with a nice camera because these are manual cameras anyway. So for me, it is the picture, that nice camera that will get out the pieces, and also the capital. They're the major issues. Because I'm still operating online, I don't have issues of rent, I don't have anything. Those are the two major issues.
What do you get in terms of capital? You're going to send them because all was studied at Monita's jewelries was boosting.
For starters, I believe it is from the small things that we get bigger things. So I think like 5 million would do for the start. Yeah, of course, somebody call photography and then the the beads, the material, and also adding something to do with the branding. Maybe I would also think of registering my company. Yeah, so that is, I think 5 million for the start would be okay.
Okay. So waliwo n'ekintu ekirala tubeera mu Uganda muno naye nga tulina aboogezi oba people who are they're like competitors oba simanyi nange abantu abakwogerera ne babeerawo nga bakugamba tulaba Nitas katulabe beenalaga. How have you been able to deal with such people? About criticism, ne competition eyo, because you're young, you're a female, you're a young girl, and you're beating the odds in this type of business. Abantu abakwogerera oba competition joina dealing with nayo at the end of the day going
first of all, I do not give people time. Because nze manyi chichendi, I know where I've come from, and this is why I am. So really omuntu wavayo nayogera kyechintu ekitakola ki ekitanzija ku mulamwa. Only that some people bakisusa. Someone will come out of the blue agambe other people how they have shares in your business, how they bakufundinga. And I'm like, damn. Omanyi nejevudde like otandika exactly era but you give less people to search you give less time to search people, and you make kubanga wobabeerako, trust me, over kumulamwa, because I've reached a point, of course otuketse that okyatekayo gamba twali tumanyaze ateka TV. Yeah, so
why people love celebrating failure.
Yeah, but what I did in the first place was work on my name, and for now I'm not scared. At least I know thousands of people at the moment know about my name. So whether I fall, I'll still stand up and find my name and start from it. That is the first thing I did. Senga, if I didn't have a name, munange ogwa bubi nnyo. So with
If
me,
you didn't have a name, tebalifunye kibogo.
exactly. So I don't really mind about that. And whoever has a startup business, temugwamu manyi, because I started from scratch. I'm still struggling, but trust me, I'll get there.
Okay. Then waliwo omuntu yansendi tasinze na ku social media yafansindisa, it's a direct message. Angambe, you ask about the challenges facing startups in Uganda and why
That was my next question.
why majority of them don't celebrate their first birthday. Why is it that startups ezisinga projects zemutandika abantu abasinga tezimala na their first birthday tebazicelebrating zigwa on their inception nezifailinga?
Most of them nga mbagambye sente kintu kikulu nnyo, and then also the motivation someone has from start, also the passion. Someone will come with start up a business because yalaba mukwano gwe ng'agitandika, but you don't know how that friend got the idea, tomanyi motivation gyayina ng'olwokuba bakugambye muna eno business erimu sente, you start investing for. So it will start, it goes back to passion. When you're passionate about something, trust me, olaba nga brand egenda ggwa, oyinza n'obutafuna tulo that night. So first of all, start something because you're passionate about it. Yes. Start something because you love it. Because nembuvi, you will find a way of lifting yourself up. So these funds by the work. Ngane capital tetunatukayo nganechi. Be passionate about something before you start it up. Because when you have that passion, chiba chikulumiriza gwengo, you can't just let that go. There is a way you can't let go. Ngomanyi wa wotandikide, how much you love it. Either there is a way you still raise up ngoyagala ekintu, which is different nga toyina motivation nga tokyagala watokyagala kigana nogamba yiye kiganya tenaakola ki. But when you're passionate, you cannot let it go down. Okay. Now most businesses ennaku zino ngoye ngato biki it is your phone that will market you. So tugenda kungamba,
remember such businesses teziringa wa restaurant nti every day omuntu alina okulya emmere oyinza ogula pini leero then otwala sometime.
So it is your phone that is going to market you. Buli kumacha keera kuba ekifaananyi oba kyangato oba lugoye teekayo that one day omuntu agenda kujja koleki achigule. But it goes back to passion, because when you're passionate tewali nalina kujjukiza nti you have to do that. So most startups are failing because people just do things because other people have done them. Yeah, I don't see my brand just fall like that because I have passion in what I'm doing and I'm not willing to just let go like that. Capital Newegana, I know I'll get it someday and continue with my brand.
Just one question. How do you balance relationships and your business? Because we found oftentimes females, sometimes when you say maybe family, maybe your man or business. How do you balance both of them no matter at the end of the day? Ogenda bitambuz at the same, status quo. Tugambe, don't you even have challenges? Do you mind sharing them together? Don't you have like a challenge from your family or your partner nagamba, you're giving this maybe more time, or I want you to give me time or something like that? One party is complaining. How do you deal with that?
For starters, my partner hasn't complained about me not giving them time and business. Yeah, naye waka. My sisters, mama, these days that wabudde. But I make them understand that this is first, because if I ignore this, your family and you know where to go. But this is business that can fall anytime. But because I am passionate, this always has time for it, because at times I find like jobs, but I can still do this like in the night after work.
Do you still do ushering?
No. Yeah. But yeah, so I have specific time for this. Chekinto kitasobola kunstoppinga from doing other things, but I'm too busy. No, because I can sit within an hour and I make like 10 or more pieces. So really, yeah.
So where do you see Tina's jewelry in the future? Nita, not Tina. Sorry, Nita's jewelry. Where do you see it in the next 5 years? Where do you hope to see yourself?
I hope in the 5 years, I hope to have touched I hope to have touched a number of youths join this business. I hope to have trained more people about this. I hope to have sensitized the youth about their startups and everything. So 5 years, I think we shall be better, bigger and better.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's different to say it and actually do it because it
Yeah,
takes,
of course,
it takes a
of
lot
course,
of
yeah.
consistency, a lot of sacrifice to reach there. Yes.
As a girl child, how have you managed to overcome the criticism of our society? Because most of the time society kiyinza obutabera na family, but the society mwe tubeera bwe balaba omwana omuwala nga tandise okuvaamu bagamba no oyo omuwala ali funded by okay waliwo omusajja amuteekamu sente. I think with that mindset, how have you managed to go through?
Because you're in a patriarchal society.
Well, of course, when people see you do it this big, most people, of course, bagenda gamba era wali wamuteekamu era biki biki.
Good morning, this is the Mighty Drive. My name is Edgar.
Yes, good morning, Edgar.
Yes, please. Who am I talking to?
Norman.
Yes, Norman. From?
First of all, thanks for hosting Anita.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, what's the speed that lady, if I'm not mistaken, she was leading some, so her and others were a fall thing that Makerere calls chaos and, and the stampede in Makerere.
Yes.
What did the parents say about her advocacy at the time? Secondly, if she was she was a minister, you guys didn't ask her, take us too much with her reforms, any impact that she left as a minister.
Okay.
Thirdly, how did she escape that rope? Because as far as I know, her colleagues, most of them didn't even graduate, they were dispersed and, they faced lots of consequences after their demonstration at Makerere.
Okay.
Finally, which advice would she give to government, much as we understand the government doesn't listen? How best do you think young people can be innovative and be supported? Has she tried to look for yoga things? Is a Westerner? She looks like she's being into, like people say, every Westerner.
You're now spreading tribalism. Thank you for calling, Norman. We'll love to hear from you more again. Mulenzi akutadde ku nninga for questions.
Andi bubi. Abijeyo.
N'agamba ekirala, n'agamba advocacy impact kijoleka ku Makerere University gwe ng'omuntu
n'ekirala abazadde
bo balowooza ki tutandikira awo.
He must be talking about a fees must fall strike. Eyaliwo mu eyaliwo mu 2019, I think it was October.
Yeah, where we saw females.
Exactly.
You were part of that.
Those females that led the strike. Yes. I was among those. I was among those.
And when females start to strike,
nari ku front.
Here the blind will see.
Nari ku front side. Now abawala.
How was it? How was the experience?
Yeah. It was a fees must fall strike. Of course, nganzo mwana w'omunako had to fight for other bana babanaku to make sure that tuition is not increased. Yeah.
15% divali bagala ku increasing.
Actually, baji increasing. It is so sad that it is so sad that we did not succeed, but we tried our best. So those ladies that fronted the strike were female leaders, and there was a female leader who could not just sit and watch things just happen.
Most of the times batugamba nti ffe tusinga okutya okuyimirira God wazijjawo.
Kati already ku story gye mbagambye bye nayita mentalo ze narwana mu butuufu God says ozali tezisobola bbula. But what I know, I didn't tell people home. My mom yali yakajja eno namugambako bamanyi namugamba by the way, we have just a peaceful demonstration. That's what we call it. Peaceful demonstration. Us as female leaders. Yeah, it's about this. Hey, Kadi naye mwegendereze, you shouldn't arrest you bichi tear gas. Remember, this is going to be peaceful. Nansabira n'okunsabira. So after she went back home, mama ate waita meka.
Were you arrested?
Of course, we were arrested. Netusiibayo for 11 good hours. Mukomera.
Your dad?
And other friends. Mzee Samugamba. But of course, people watched news.
Yes, because
People watched news. My mother was the first to watch. My uncles, my everyone. There is a certain uncle of mine. Uncle Bidananga name Mukazigwe. Who is Zechi? Are you the first person in the family to go to my career? What was a Fabavayo? We didn't see those injustices. But you know, I cooled down cut from where Kunyombesa. Other aunties, Bania Bakuba, I didn't pick up because I knew the fire that was going to come up. I left them to first calm down. But anyway, that was it. We were fighting against the tuition increment. So sad that it did not succeed. It was still passed. But yeah, Tubanga, we shall fight for our rights, fight for other people's rights, those that cannot.
Is there a legacy that you left at Makerere University or Gambirambu, you know, because you've graduated? Is there a mark? And
anyway, Fena abadi involved in a strike. We were warned and others were suspended. Now at Makerere University, of course, they first warn you, suspend you, and they expel you. So those that were suspended were caught maybe in other strikes before, and this time around it was a suspension. So because mine was the first time, I was warned. So many of us were warned, others were suspended. Actually, I have a friend of mine called Speria Modi. She was suspended, later got issues, and yeah, she wasn't able to graduate, and many others. Yeah, we also had Judith Nalukwago, who was a former guild aspirant. Yeah, and many other strong female girls that tried to rise up. So many, of course, suspensions happened, and maybe it was a chance for me to escape, since it was even my first time to strike. But yeah, we are following up our comrades. Guild president. Naye senga this strike yaja like mu first year. Nali tandise okulaba how to nali kirowoozezzaako, and I would give it a try.
Maybe would you want to be in politics of Uganda? Also kubeera in politics of Uganda?
Politics. I love so much to call myself a leader. It doesn't, anyway, whatever, but it is not about me first getting a position in government to lead the people. Yeah, I can do leadership wherever I am. Kuvira dala waka, community movera, even random people that you can just
that is always your circle.
Yeah, so me that is what I prefer to do. Lead from where I am, and from maybe the neighboring people. That's what I prefer, not specifically because we've seen many buying positions and they are not doing anything with them. Yeah, and other people also go through the election process. Not because they are not capable, but you know. So it is not about first getting a position, first becoming a politician. It is all about, most especially in the Uganda we are in, fighting for those that cannot, voicing up for those that cannot.
Okay. Well, it's high time so kempitemu ku messages z'abantu badde batulaba olwaleero. I'll try to be as fast as possible. We have one Wamala Charles who's watching. Thank you so much for watching. Wamala yabeera akabeera South Africa eyo. He's always right here on the Mighty Drive ngalaba. Then many comments kandabe zisinga zizino waliwo Simon Tumwine, so proud of you my Nita. Nakuterako ne kawumoji kyekono yakumanyi like akumanyi personally tetujja kweyongera ennyo. Nita Scovia, I love you Anita, keep going, you inspire many, keep hustling, go. Then Tundiewa Onesimus Trump, he is watching. Lanson Lee Ozil, thanks for building community. Innocent Aineviona, watching with you. Tumuhimbise Norman, here too. Gloria Ashley, My little baby has done it again. Oyongedde okulumya abayaye. Atwemerireho Alex. Thank you so much. Anna Alex is always watching keenly as this young super genius entrepreneur Anitah Musiimenta dissects the subject matter of her discussion. Philosopher Atabuse again. Watching keenly as this young super genius entrepreneur Anitah Musiimenta dissects the subject matter of her discussion. Then Isaac Ricky Ayebare, my hardworking girl, super proud of you. To Musime Kato watching live, thanks for the show. Jeremiah Muchibi from Chireka, Tukamushabe Charles, Banagabantu banji nnyo abakulabye. So many people are watching you today. Tewalono mulalangambi wano asooke ngisome because this is a DM. Agambye just a minute. Kandabe wano. Agambye, as you conclude, she is a hero to her siblings. As we celebrate Heroes Day today, hype her as a hero. You are a hero. There's someone who sees you as a hero.
Oh, I'm glad.
For your siblings and your family. So, bano wonna bakuwa the comments. Njena sisi some kubanga because of time we've come to the end of the show. Nenga tumaliriza njagala osoke otuwe your parting shots. What is that thing that you don't want a person akulabirira okwerabira? Mu byonna by'oyogedde bayinza okubabeerabidde naye what is that one thing that you want is kobalekedde gwe ke kasuwa kobalekedde abakulaba olunaku olwaleero?
Yali akula yali mwana kikaaki because story engeri gy'agyogeddemu yali very humble naye ate atuuse ku campus alidinze strike.
First of all, kantandikire ku kyosembye okubuuza. I've always been humble okuvanga nga nkuze. Naye ku kintu kyenjagala ate nfiirako. And we all know that situations at times ze zikulaga kiki olina okukola, ze zikuleetera okweyisa engeri gye weeyisaamu nga nze as a psychologist. Yeah, olumu you might be humble naye ekintu ne kituukawo ne kijjayo that ka hidden character that you had ne kavaayo. For example, kati nga strike we yabaawo, everyone was shocked, even you Anita, even you. Yeah. But yeah, at times situations, yeah. So at times situations trigger that character in you, ne cover you. Yeah, so to conclude, all the youths out there starting up businesses, I know it is not easy because I've been there before, but don't give up because I didn't give up and here I am. You never know, you'll meet someone and that someone will change your life. Like I got to a TV station and it led me to other people. At the moment I have very many people that know me. Nganze sibamanyi. So do not give up. It is just the start and the sky is the limit. For those out there having businesses, tangible businesses, make your phone something that can market you. Make sure ngatonebaka think about what new thing you can do for your business. What can make you different from other people that have the same business with you, because it is not you alone, I know your business. So what new thing, what unique thing are you bringing up on board? Think about that. Capital will always come in. It should not be something that should stop you from going, because as I speak, my business is not $1 million business. Yeah, but keep going. Capital will come later. Work on these other basic things.
Okay, thank you so much. By the way, to work a hobby.
The role of internet in boosting businesses, according to you.
The role, first of all, internet is something that will market you more than any other thing. Because you might tell a friend natagamba friend, and the information keeps to them. But with internet, most especially Facebook, you're going to meet people that do not know you. Like, you people just you are viewing the comments here, the people commenting abasinga mbadde sibamanyi. So imagine you posted something on Facebook, you confirmed friends on Facebook votamanyi nakumanya, and these people are the people going to like your picture. You do not know the connections these people have. So another thing, keep consistent. topostinga leero ate nkya moral nevaako nopostinga the other day novaako. Exactly.
Challenge tugina nnyo abantu okolamu kalumu noloza, but consistency is the key to everything.
That is something that you should look at.
It's time to get out of here. But njaga osoko tumaliza on a light note. What are some of the ebintu byagala okola ng'ogyeko jewelry, ng'ogyeko politics, ng'ogyeko leadership? What do you like to do you as an individual? Byanyumirwa okukola nga kinyumirwa kuyinza okuba okwebaka okulya nga mukwano gwange omwana
hobbies. I love meeting and speaking and listening to people. I love to learn. Because I believe every day is a learning day and I can learn from any other person. All right. It was nice having you today. We hope to receive you again soon. We've learned a lot. For me personally, I've been challenged by you, what you're doing at just a tender age. We don't know what to do.
Social media. It's
really challenging. Kati on that note, kanzikirize Lilian atujja mu show tebangamba the other gender sometimes can be difficult. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Amunzikirize mpe Lilian omuzindalo guno atutwale out of the show today.
Thank you very much, Anita. Webale nnyo obudde bw'owaddeyo story yo kansubire ekutte ku bangi twalizawamu. Yes, n'abaana abawala kansubire tufunyeemu ekyokuyiga. Oyinza okulooza story yo yeesinga naye ate bw'owuliza ku story yo omulala ogenda okuzikomparinga ng'olaba nti ate ey'oli ate olina ky'ojjigiramu kyamaanyi nnyo then n'okigatta naye ku story yo mu bulamu bwo. Webale nnyo mwenna ababaddeko abakomentinze abasharinze. Thank you very very much. Nyongera okwajukiza nti show eno egenda kubeerako ku YouTube olunaku lwaleero wezinawulira ssaawa nga 7 shojja kuba yamaze dde okugwayo ku YouTube. So bw'oba tugirabe bulungi osobola ogenda ku YouTube channel yaffe nga alina kugamba eri The Alternative Uganda osubscribinge mukwano gwange ate olabe videos zonna z'otaalaba oba zewamisinga. Amanya nze Omumbejja Luwedde Lilian koze ne munnange Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. Omugenyi waffe abadde Miss Anitah Musiimenta. Producer abadde mukyala Nabukera Teddy Tenjo, abadde ku kamera ye mwami Rogers Tiliahabwe, ate nga abadde mu nkato okutuvuga okututuusa esseguku ye mukulu Kato Tumusiime. Tusinkane olunaku olw'enkya kambagaliza olunaku olulungi mbeere bulungi mwera.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.